Hello everyone, this is the second video in the English grammar series. After learning what is a sentence, we are going to learn the types of sentences. You can write it after the first chapter in your notebook. Let us see what are the types of sentences. What are the types of sentences? There are four main types of sentences. The first is the assertive or the declarative sentence. What it is, an assertive or a declarative sentence. The second is the interrogative sentence. The third is the imperative sentence. And the fourth is the exclamatory sentence. The first is the assertive or declarative sentence. The second is the interrogative sentence. The third type is the imperative sentence, and the fourth type is exclamatory sentence. Now let us understand what these types of sentences are. The first type of sentence is assertive or declarative sentence. Any statement or sentence which describes something or tells us something either positive or negative and ends with a full period or a full stop is a declarative sentence. So what does it mean? Any sentence that tells us something. See, like I am telling you something, it can be either positive, like for example, I went to the park, and negative, or it can be negative, I did not go to the park, and it should end with a full stop. It is a declarative sentence. Let's take an example. The first example is Lata went to the market. In the above sentence, we can understand where Lata went. It is informing about Lata's whereabouts, and the statement also ends with a full stop. Therefore, this sentence is an example of an assertive sentence. Let's take another example. Jack and Jill went up the hill. The above sentence is a positive assertive sentence. It is telling us Jack and Jill went up to the hill. Affirmative assertive sentence. Another example is Ram did not go to the school. The above sentence makes complete sense. It is telling us something, and it is telling us something negative, and that is why this is an example of a negative assertive sentence. The second type is interrogative sentences. What is an interrogative sentence? Interrogative means question. Interrogation means questioning. So, any group of words that asks questions and ends with a question mark are called interrogative sentence. The group of words should make sense for it to be a sentence, and these group of words should ask us something, and it should also end with a question mark for it to be an interrogative sentence. Let's take an example. The first example is how are you? So in this example, someone is asking how they are, and it also ends with a question mark. Hence, this is an example of an interrogative sentence. Another example is, can you tell me something? So, I am asking you to tell me something. And so, this is an example of affirmative interrogative sentence. There is no negative word like not, no in this example. Another example is, did they not know where to go? So here the word not is there for a negation, and that is why this is an example of a negative interrogative sentence. The third is an imperative sentence. So the third type of sentence that we are going to learn is an imperative sentence. Any sentence that conveys or suggests an order or an appeal, that is a request. An appeal is called a request. An order can be a command, is an imperative sentence. It may express a request or prohibition, that is not doing something, or it can be a command. These group of words are imperative sentences. There is an important point that we need to understand. An imperative sentence also ends with a full stop. Like interrogative sentence ends with a question mark, and assertive sentence ends with a full stop, and imperative sentence also ends with a full stop. So before classifying a sentence into assertive or imperative sentence, we have to understand whether the sentence is conveying something, some command or a request or an appeal. So we have to check if the given sentence is expressing or suggesting a command, a request or an appeal. If the sentence does express or suggest a request, an order, then this statement is an imperative statement. If not, then it is an assertive or a declarative sentence. For example, please leave me alone. In this sentence, I am expressing a request to someone to leave me alone, and that is why this is an imperative sentence. The second example is sit down. In the above sentence suggests an order. I am asking to sit down. I am asking someone to sit down. Hence, it is an example of an imperative sentence. Do not enter. And this is a prohibition. I am prohibiting something. I am telling someone to not enter. Therefore, it is an example of an imperative sentence. The fourth example that we are going to see is an exclamatory sentence. Any sentence that expresses a strong emotion or a feeling or a wish is an exclamatory sentence. And this sentence should end with an exclamation mark. For example, oh, such a beautiful day. The word oh is expressing a strong feeling of surprise. Oh, it is such a beautiful day. And that is why this is an exclamatory sentence. Let us take another example. Alas, we lost the match. So here, alas, the word alas is expressing sadness that we lost the match. Therefore, it is an exclamatory sentence. The first exercise is to make sentences. We have to make different sentences. So we have to make an assertive sentence or a declarative sentence with these words good, park, went, long, after, party. The next is make interrogative sentences using the following words. When, what, where, how, who. Remember, interrogative sentences should end with a question mark. The third question is make imperative sentences using the following words. Listen, please, mercy, quiet. The fourth question is make exclamatory sentences. The first is hooray and the second is alas. The second exercise that we are going to do is classify the following sentences into assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence or an exclamatory sentence. The first question is he was still waiting by the house. The second is alas, what a shame. Did you not hear me? Please be still. The fifth question is, we should go now. My book is very interesting. Where do you go? Where did you go? Oh, I fell down. The ninth one is, do not cross the road without an adult. The 10th one is, keep your things where they belong. These are some of the questions. You may write these in your notebook and answer them. That will be all for today. Thank you.